Lotus 10 to lap the red car. In fact, Adrian Hall gets well out of the way, and now Frank Sytner's mirrors are full of the Lotus 15 with the flapping bodywork, and Robert Brooks, the one man he wants to beat on this track. Doesn't matter whether they're battling for the lead or battling for last place, he wants to beat Frank Sytner. The two cars collided right at the very start of this race on the grid, and Robert Brooks, with that damage rear bodywork, has come right up. He's coming through the chicane. They come up to complete their 12th out of 15 laps. It's one thing again up to Frank Sytner. What can Robert Brooks do with a car that is quick around the corners but slower down the straight? What can Robert Brooks do to close on Frank Sytner and find a way by? They find a way by one of the Lotus 11s, which they go by almost as though they're standing still, out of Madrid, through that fast flick of Ford water, absolutely flat out. John Harper is not far behind, 3 seconds behind, in fact, in third place in Monaco, but all eyes are now on Sytner and Brooks. They're half a second apart on this 13th of 15 laps.
Brooks has got to rely on traffic now. They're coming up to some. You see, he can close right up on the corner, and he's going for it. He's going to try and go around the outside. He'll never do it there. But Frank Sytner's under colossal pressure. He runs wide.
Yes,
Sytner's going to get through on the inside.
Sytner slides, but gets the foot down there, absolutely side by side. But then the power of the Jaguar engine tells, and Robert Brooks has to wait now as they come down to Woodcote Corner, as they come into the chicane. That's where Robert Brooks has shown he is tremendously quick. He's very, very late on the brakes.
Oh, he's
they come
stuck
down
here.
to Woodcote now. They're now at Woodcote Corner, but it's going to be this run into the chicane, which is absolutely crucial. Robert Brooks hanging out the tail of the Lotus 15. They come now down into the chicane. Frank Sytner, Robert Brooks, first and second, and the 6 feet between the cars. Out of the chicane across the start-finish line.
2 laps to go.
2 laps to go, and the official gap is 2/5
Now,
second.
Frank Sytner can be in no doubt about who's behind him. You can see in those mirrors that weird shape of the wing sticking up front of the Lotus. The rear of the car is pushed right up, but Frank Sytner gets his trotter down, uses the superior power of his car, pulls away, but you can see that Brooks now is starting to close on him, and when they come into the corners, he's going to be right up behind Sytner again.
They're coming to St Mary's now, which is the right-hander. They're in it now. Then the left-hander that blows the ballista dips as they go into the left-hander. Still, Sytner is ahead, but they've got the long double right-hander on the lane ahead of them. They've got Robbie McKenzie knows little Elva to lap, and look at how wide Sytner goes as they come out of it, and Brooks is along.
Yes, he's done it!
Brooks is ahead, but now they've got the long straight, and that's where 300 horsepower of Jaguar power will surely tell. Robert Brooks leads.
I cannot
Frank
believe.
Sytner is in second place. Frank Sytner is in the slipstream. Frank Sytner pulls out of the slipstream. They go down towards Woodcote Corner, but Robert Brooks is going to brake very, very late indeed. They come to the corner, and Robert Brooks brakes much later. And Brooks still has the lead as they come through Woodcote. Now they come down to the chicane, and John Harper is with them as well. It's 3 cars battling.